Yo, what up, friends? So, a lot of people have been asking for updates. They want to know what I'm doing. They want to know where the build is going and how things are coming along. And the over-under on it is I am starting to make my upgrades. I am going towards the next iteration of the build. I'm figuring out where I want to take it. And I think I'm going to be transitioning into a higher budget variation of it and working on what my end game is going to look like. Now, I know a lot of you guys already know that I put a lot of divines into this. I've started working on a lot of things, and I wanted to bring to you guys the updates as they've been coming along, because a lot of people have been like, sometimes people get stuck or they don't know where to progress, and the update guides have been helping out players a lot. So I wanted to, bring that to you guys. As far as where the build will go, we'll talk about that at the end of the video. I'll give you guys an idea of where I want to take the character and stuff like that. And there'll be a timestamp down below so you can jump to that timestamp. But the nature of what I wanted to talk about today, while I'm trying to make some trades, is I wanted to give you guys about an update of something that has blown me out of the water. And I'm going to start off by saying, you were right. I was wrong. I should have listened. You guys are great and wonderful and just insanely smart, and I should have known better. Now, a lot of you guys know I want to play Tornado Shot. Tornado Shot I think is really good. I like Tornado Shot a lot. But after yesterday and doing some testing and working some things out, I just want to show you guys what a map looks like with a suggestion that you guys have made. Now, once again, there'll be timestamps. There'll be a timestamp after this that jumps to where I'm explaining things and what's going on. So if you guys want to jump to that, you guys can jump to that and see what's going on and just kind of skip the whole map part of it. But if you want to see the map part of it, let me just sell this guy this 2C fragment. Yes, I'm still making 2C trades. I'm actually working my way towards a doctor or towards a headhunter right now. I'm actually 4 of 8 cards. So I'm doing pretty well. But we'll talk about that after I showcase what I want to showcase to you guys. So we've got our map. Our map has Reflect Ellie. We don't care. We have the Pantheon. We also don't care because I have this anointed because of Blight maps. So we could do Reflect Ellie. We're going to throw in 4 Scarabs. We're going to do Divination Scarab. We're going to do Harbingers. We're going to do Blight. And we're going to do Ambush. I'm going to put Essence on the map device. I'm going to take Eater of Worlds. We're going to open it. Our Atlas tree looks like this. I don't have all the Atlas points yet. I'm working on filling out my Atlas. Odds are I'm going to be taking out these and moving these points around. And I'm going to be refining this a little bit. So there'll probably be a PoE planner. I couldn't think of the word. There'll be a PoE planner in the description down below. That'll get updated. And if you guys like what I'm doing or want to talk about it, you guys can leave a comment down below. That'll help out. Absolutely wonderful. And let me just show what my build looks like in maps and what changes I have made and how we can get you guys there relatively fast. So these maps end up being a little rippy due to the fact that Poison Ground is pretty poopy and Ignite Ground is pretty poopy and all that fun stuff that as we get more gear will become less and less of a problem. Now you see right there I just upgraded or leveled up an Ensnaring Arrow. I've updated my Manaforged tech to include Ensnaring Arrow, and you'll notice right away something very, very, very cool. We are no longer on Tornado Shot. Yes, as much as I want to play Tornado Shot, and as good as I think Tornado Shot is, I want to say that I think you guys were absolutely right, and Vengeant Cascade is easily the most busted thing the game has to offer right now. I think if you're still playing or you're working on your character, you're struggling for DPS, you need a cheap upgrade to get you rolling, Vengeant Cascade is a hunt. Why does she keep insta-killing my totems? Oh, that's the reality of what we play. Sometimes we just get killed. Now, my damage isn't great. I have been scaling and working on my damage. I just respec back to this. All I've done in terms of changes on the POB, and I'll mention this again because I know people are going to skip around and not see this. All I've done was take out Tornado Shot and put in Lightning Arrow. So, but we'll finish the map really quick. I'll show you guys what a Blight looks like in the map. I know a lot of people are really interested in my farming strategies and how I've gotten to my 4 doctors so far. That will be for another video, as I don't want to like clog up this video with too many things. So I'll release that video more than likely tomorrow at this point, and then we're gonna open our safety portal. We'll just kill this essence really quick. And you can see just from like doing this now, like our single target, that was probably the wrong tower to build, but that's fine. Our single target DPS isn't bad. We're actually like way stronger than I thought we were ever going to be. So that's pretty cool. The idea behind what we're doing is Vengeant Cascade makes the projectiles return. So we're just dealing infinite damage, bouncing them off the walls, hitting everything, and just kind of going in. And it's, as you can see, like, just absurd. I really don't even have to do anything. I just sit here and shoot. Now, I still think Blight is one of the best farming strategies, and like I said, I'm going to leave that for a video for tomorrow. But I just wanted to show what this looks like in a map that's chiseled out, corrupted, has scarabs on it, and just what you can expect when trying to do this. Now, your damage might not be as good as mine right away because I have a pretty decent bow, I have some other upgrades, and that's why we play this build, because there are infinite paths of upgrading, and we can get everybody there in a relatively good amount of time. Wow, this is actually lasting forever. This is fantastic. Dude, I get such a kick out of doing these, man. I love this content. I might be like one of like a small handful, but I love Blight, man. Okay. Eventually it'll end. Maybe we'll get a doctor. Maybe recording now is the time that we, you know, YOLO doctor, and that would be pretty good. For those of you who don't know, Wastepool can drop the doctor now, which is one of the big reasons why like we're doing what we're doing on Wastepool, and Blight adds a ton of mobs, and the Blight loot explosion's pretty nuts, and Blight jewelry's crazy, and you know. Oil extractors are worth money, which is really nice. We didn't get any Blight maps. Feels bad, man. Exalted shards, ancient shards, those are all really nice. Some jewelry. For those of you guys who don't know, you can actually use Awakened PoE trade and check your jewelry to see what your anoints are. Those are bad. All right, let's go finish the map really quick. Ooh. Ooh. Sorry, dude, maps get me. Oh my god. Let's go, dude. Fracturing shards? Heck yeah, dude. Oh man. Streamer RNG, man. The thing. Don't actually take that serious. People are gonna take that serious. It's not serious in the slightest, I swear. It's really not. So the only thing that gave us a pain in the butt problem was that boss, and why that boss didn't just insta die is literally beyond me. But otherwise, like, you see the map is pretty good. We're gonna do this. We're gonna open a TP just in case. What is killing me? Oh, the poison ground. I can't. I'm so excited and can't wait to get new gear. It's going to be quite wonderful. We don't care about this. Supposedly this was updated too. Oh, this looks cool. We'll mess around with that later, and I don't want to take up too much time. Ooh! My inventory's full. We don't care. Oh, we actually just want to identify these really quick. No +1s, no +1. Nope. Just there. There. Yeah, I pick up everything and hold on to everything. Yeah, I know. It's a dumb idea, but I do it, and it's how I make all my money, so it's fine. I don't want that. I want this. All right, let's go kill the boss really quick. This is why we add timestamps, so people who don't want to see me do all this can just skip ahead. I'm also, like, not the most proficient mapper. It's, like, super early in the morning. I'm trying to get this video out as fast as possible. Of course. Anyways, so let's talk about what we've done, what we've changed, and where we're going from here. Now, originally, is that a scout card? Did I just accidentally put away a scout card? It wasn't. Okay, I thought it was a scout card. I was kind of excited for a minute there. So, let's talk about things. First things first, we changed off of Tornado Shot to Lightning Arrow. A lot of you guys know I've been playing Tornado Shot. I was actually working with a 2120 Divergent Tornado Shot. I have a 2120 Anomalous Tornado Shot. And, you know, I was leveling Tornado Shots in my offhand because, you know, they were pretty good to level and, you know, all kinds of like fun stuff. So all we've done was we took our 6-link with Trinity, Elemental Damage with Attack, Fork, GMP, and we swapped in Lightning Arrow. I don't have a 6-link. I haven't had a 6-link. I haven't invested in a 6-link. I know I need to get a 6-link. I probably just need to bite the bullet and force the bow. The bow is really strong. Now, we have Fork, and we'll talk about that in a second. So my bow has chain on the bow. I have chain on the Ascendancy. Chain on the Ascendancy so that we bounce off the walls because we're farming Waste Pool, and it's a really tight map, and the Waste Pool chain off the terrain is really, really, really strong. You don't need this. Far Shot's really good. I personally like bouncing off the walls, especially in really tight corridor maps. And I put in Fork because if you're at the stage where I'm at with the Thread of Hope, you get this 1 point right here. And they have a 50% chance for an additional projectile when forking, which just, they bounce, they fork, they chain, they bounce, they hit the wall, they bounce, they chain, they explode, they bounce, they chain, and they just kind of go in. And it's pretty strong. So all I did was I took out Tornado Shot, I put in Lightning Arrow. Now for the Ballista setup, I did something extremely similar. I had a Ballista Totem support with increased critical strike damage, increased critical strike support, increased critical strike damage, focus Ballista, and once again, and I'm going to show you what, I took out Tornado Shot and I just put in the Ballista setup, and this is because if I find some mobs and I do this, the ballistas you'll see will shoot and they will also return. So the ballistas are affected by Vengeant Cascade as well. Spoiler alert, we're playing Vengeant Cascade. So we have lightning arrows that we're shooting and returning. We have ballistas that are shooting and returning. And everything that we're doing is just shooting and returning and shooting and returning and just hitting and double, triple, quadruple damaging everything. So the thing that I'm telling you is Vengeant Cascade is nuts. I was 100% wrong. It is cracked out of its mind, and you should 1000% be anointing your amulets as soon as possible. I know it is gold, gold, amber. I know that is very expensive, but for the amount of DPS and the difference in clear speed that I went from with Tornado Shot with the exact same setup to Lightning Arrow is a night and day difference, an absolute night and day difference. Now, as far as the POB goes, I've been updating the POB to reflect the changes for Lightning Arrow, and I've left in Tornado Shot if people want to like play around with it and see what the values look like. You can just enable it and disable it, so you'll be able to do that. I've made no adjustments to the tree. I will make an update in the notes section, which I'll grab the other POB with the notes and stick the notes in. I will, you know, all of this will be in the description down below. Now, with everything that's going on, I wanted to showcase something to you guys. We talked about Manaforged Arrow with Frenzy and Power Charge and Crit. I still think this is really strong. Now, I originally had in Mirage Archer, and I know a lot of the Lightning Arrow guys are playing with Mirage Archer, but I took out Mirage Archer and I put in Ensnaring Arrow. Now, I thought Ensnaring Arrow was really interesting. I thought it was really cool. A lot of the mobs that we're fighting in both Crucible and Blight, sometimes they move very fast, and we just need a way to slow them down. We need just anything that we can to just make our life a little bit easier. So I put in Ensnaring Arrow. Now, if we look at our calculations, if I shut off Ensnaring Arrow, I'm at 6.7 million DPS. If I put one stack of Ensnaring Arrow, I'm at 7.5. And it's just pretty strong for free. Now, I know a lot of people want Mirage Archer and they want to play with Mirage Archer, so you can actually like swap this in and out and do the Mirage Archer tech. I think that's also pretty strong. The last thing I want to point out in this video really quick as far as update goes is I've changed my helm. I have a helm enchant now. I have Lightning Arrow hits 2 additional enemies. I looked at the other Lightning Arrow enchants. I didn't think they were as strong or as good. I could still be wrong about this. But when I was looking at the enchantments, and we can look at them here really quick, we have Lightning Arrow, which was 40% increased damage. Lightning Arrow increased area of effect. Or Lightning Arrow hits 2 additional enemies. Eventually, we're probably going to move over to a Legion setup. I tested this out right now with Legion, and I thought it was okay. It's pretty good, but I'm not a Legion boy yet. I think it'll be better when I have Headhunter. So we have Lightning Arrow, 40% increased damage. Our DPS is 7.5 right now. And if I change this to Lightning Arrow hits 2 additional targets, we'll lose DPS. So we lose 200,000 DPS, but we hit 2 additional enemies. So for 200,000 DPS, I think the best helmet shit that we could do is Lightning Arrow hits 2 additional enemies. I think that's really good. And a big thing that I want to point out is I see a lot of Rangers playing with their gloves. What are they called? Help me out here, friends. This is one of those moments where I'm supposed to be like a YouTuber and be like, in the comments down below, if you know what gloves I'm talking about, please leave a comment so we could start a discussion about the gloves. LOLXD. So I see a lot of Rangers playing with this. I'm going to use this guy's POV really quick. They have the Comb Spirit gloves and the Volls Vision helmet. And they're doing this for Berserk and for Rage. I think Berserk and I think Rage is really, really, really strong. I do not disagree, but I have a hard time currently even giving up my glove slots for this, and I have a hard time giving up my helmet slot for Volls Vision. So if we look at Volls Vision gives us Fire Res, Chaos Res, Light Radius, 12% increased maximum life if no equipped items are corrupt, which is a lot of life, and 400 life per second if no items are equipped. That's pretty strong. Now, with a crafted helmet, we can get strength, we can get resistances, we can get life. Yes, my helmet right now is not very good, and I can eventually will craft that better. But my helmet does something very different than their helmets do. My helmet gives me a lot of reserve mana reservation so I can fit in more auras. Eventually, just like you'll see people on PoE Ninja, they have Enlightens in, they have a bunch of auras, and the helmet allows me to do that as well. The helmet also gives me reduced mana cost of attacks. You'll notice looking at this right now, these are both lessers, which is kind of nuts. The mana reservation, I think, goes to 10, and the reduced mana cost of skills goes to like 30. That is a lot. I personally have a hard time giving up the helmet slot for Volls Vision to add in Rage, because I think the helmet on a rare helmet adds a lot. I highly encourage you to test and figure out what you like more. The Tanu Ahi gloves, excuse me, the Tanu Ahi gloves, which I've mentioned in my last video, give us permanent adrenaline, permanent onslaught, and I think those are really good. Looking at the POB, if I unselect adrenaline and I unselect onslaught, I'm at 5.4 million DPS. And if I put these on, I have 7.3. So it's pretty good. Now, adrenaline gives us 100% increased attack. It gives us 25% increased cast attack and movement speed, and it gives us 10% physical damage reduction. Onslaught gives us 20% increased attack, cast, and movement speed. So I would encourage you to explore and look at things. Now, if I were to put in a Volls Vision really quick and add this to the build, and I were to put in the Comb Spirit gloves and add this to the build, and I go Comb Spirit, and then I go helmet. Oh, that's the necklace. Helmet, Volls Vision. And I go to calculations, and I shut off Onslaught and this. There should be Rage. Now, I'm at 5,100, assuming I put on my Rage, and I put my Rage to 50 stacks. I'm at 6 million. And then I'll add skills. I'll add a new skill. I'll type in Berserk. And then Berserk, yes, puts me at 8.7. You are 100% right. It is a lot of free damage. It is an astronomical amount of free damage, but this assumes that I have 50 Rage at all times, and that assumes Berserk is on at all times. Now, I don't know how long, and I'm sure this will tell us somewhere in here how long we should expect Berserk to last. But it has it's a heavy burst of DPS versus a sustained burst of DPS, and I encourage you to explore and try and see what you feels good. I did the Volls Vision tech, and I did the Comb Spirit tech back in BPL, last BPL. It was very good. It was a lot of fun. So like I said, I think they're both really good, and I really encourage you guys to try it out and see what you like. I know the helm enchant for Berserk is actually like nuts. Can I not do this? Those are gloves, that's why. I was so confused. I was like, why is this not working? Yeah, the berserk effect has increased. Effect is probably gonna put it to like 9 and change. Yeah, 9.6. It's a lot of damage. I do not disagree. I think it's really good. I don't know if the benefits of bursty DPS like that outweigh the helmet. A lot of people tell me that the rage is up all the time. I haven't tested it. I would encourage you to go out and try it and see what you like. If you are playing it and you are testing it and it works out great and you're currently doing it, please let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to get some insight on it. And if it's actually as busted as it is, and I'll make another video and be like, you guys were right. It's actually cracked out of his mind. But that's just kind of like where I'm at right now, where I really like the adrenaline. I really like the onslaught. I really love the flexibility of my helmet, allowing me to do many different things. So I encourage you guys to do roughly the same thing. Get yourself a nice rare helmet if you can. Get yourself the Vengeant Cascade buff. Throw on Lightning Arrow and go in and just literally shoot the world. And that would, that's just, what I would say do. I also, once again, want to say Manaforged Arrow is probably the nuttiest thing I've ever had the opportunity to play with. Ensnaring Arrow is really good. You don't need Ensnaring Arrow. You can do Mirage Archer. You can put Mirage Archer on your 6th link. I haven't gotten there yet. And then just kind of go from there. Now, as far as the build goes from here and updates that I'm planning on doing, I'm probably going to go into an Omni setup. More than likely, probably go into some sort of Omni setup. Omni, maybe Magic, fine. I'm still working it out. First things first, I'm going to get a Headhunter. Once I get a Headhunter and get all that set up, I'll probably get a Forbidden Flame, Forbidden Flesh, and get that in, and then we'll transitioning to Omni. More than likely Omni, so that we could do like crazy juiced content and like blow everything up, because Omni sounds pretty cool. But that's kind of like where I'm at right now. I'll have another update out in a couple of days. But thank you for being here. If you made it to this far in the video, don't forget the subscribe button. It would mean the world to me. Leave a comment down below, thumbs up the video, and everything that you guys do help. And if you have any questions, or you get stuck, or you don't know where to go with the video, or the build is too confusing and you want to just have a place where you could talk to other people that are playing the build, the Discord has been insanely active. Everybody's been helping each other out really well. People are hanging out in voice, and there's a lot of really good opportunities for you as a player, especially if you're newer, to like just get a little bit of guidance and figure it out. As soon as I did the Vengeant Cascade thing, I immediately pinged the Discord. I'm like, you guys should do this. This is crazy. This is so good. I'm gonna do a video immediately. Anyways, but that's just kind of like where I'm at in the grand scheme of things. For now, I'm gonna go get this edited and out to you guys, and then later tonight I'll buy some mapping materials. I do some maps on stream, which you can come over to my Twitch stream and check it out, and then I'll release the video tomorrow with my updated farming strategy, which you can kind of get a hint or idea of where that's coming from looking at this right now. But for now, guys, have a wonderful afternoon, evening, or morning. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, friends.